Hi, I'm Matt Chenard with Delta Waterfowl, here with the December migration update, brought to you by Kent Cartridge. Well, as you can see, it's gotten pretty cold here in the Dakotas, and most of the ducks and geese have moved south. That's great news for folks further south in the Mississippi and Central Flyways. Let's get some updates.
We have fantastic news to report all across the state of Texas that the migration's here and people are shooting large amounts of birds. All the way from the east to North Texas, out in the Panhandle, and especially and notably down on the Texas coast. They got an early migration of redheads and pintails, and from the Rio Grande Valley down into the coastal bend parts of Texas, they're having great shoots. Go out and scout them, find them, and hunt them up.
Migration report here, Nick Hampton, Iowa, Nebraska. Talking to some of the guys, North Zone is already closed down, and South Zone closed also. I believe the Missouri River Zone's open for a couple more days. They are shooting some ducks over that direction. Still seeing quite a few birds. Migration report on birds up in our area. Some information for you guys down south. Nebraska's still got plenty birds. Those guys over in central and western Nebraska are definitely shooting ducks and got good numbers. So be safe. Good luck out there.
Hey guys, J. Paul Jackson with Excel Boats and Mud Buddy Motors here for a Delta Waterfowl Mississippi Flyway Migration Report. Here in West Tennessee and throughout the Boot Hill of Missouri over the last several days, the temperatures have fallen. We've picked up a lot of new birds, but we've also had a lot of precipitation, so local streams and rivers, a lot of them are overflowing. With all that water out there, the birds are just a little bit scattered, but as the water falls, the hunting should continue to improve. Around the refuges, people are reporting lots of limits. Sunday afternoon, I shot my 6 duck limit myself next to Alder Slough, so I can tell you from firsthand experience, we've got birds in the area, and I expect in this part of the Mississippi Flyway, the hunting is going to do nothing but improve.
Thanks, guys. Well, it sounds like there's some great hunts to be had. Now let's head out east and hear from Jeff in the Atlantic Flyway.
Hi, I'm Jeff Berry with Kent Cartridge here in Carneysville, West Virginia, with this week's report for the Atlantic Flyway, where states are currently jockeying in and out of their mid-season splits. North Carolina opened back up this past weekend for the final portion of their season. An odd cold and warm spell has many scratching their heads. Many hunters reported very low numbers of birds this past weekend. The full moon phase and unseasonably warm temperatures have much to do with this. With the cold front moving in at the end of the week, many hunters are hopeful the tide will change. In the northern Atlantic, sea duck and eider hunting, specifically from Maine to Massachusetts, has been marvelous. The diver ducks are starting to show signs of movement down the eastern seaboard, and folks along the Chesapeake are having some quality shoots. Be patient. Hopefully the cold weather up north will continue to push birds down through the holidays, and many will take advantage of time off with friends and family to get out and spend some quality time in the marsh. From everyone at Kent Cartridge, I want to wish you and your families a safe and happy holiday season.
Thanks for the great info. Now let's hear from Jeff Adams out in the Pacific Flyway.
In the Pacific Flyway, hunters are experiencing some of the best hunts they've had so far this year, especially in the Pacific coast states. For those hunting the Columbia River Basin and Pacific shoreline, they've been seeing wonderful numbers of birds and having some tremendous hunts. They're seeing great numbers of canvasbacks and incredible numbers of widgeon, which is a little bit unusual for them, but they're taking full advantage of it while they've got it. Here in Northern California, with storms that rolled through just in the last week, at one state area alone, hunter success numbers went from 0.8 birds per hunter to well over 2 birds per hunter following rainstorms last week. And as you can see now, we're covered up in snow geese and speckled bellies all throughout the valley. Great numbers of pintails and every kind of duck you could imagine. So it's a wonderful time to get out and hunt. If you happen to be in the colder states of the Pacific Flyway, hunting conditions can be a little bit more difficult as the freeze and thaws continue to happen, but you got to get out there and make it happen while you can.
Thanks everyone for the great updates, and thank you for watching. From all of us at Delta Waterfowl, we sincerely appreciate your support, and we hope you have great hunting over the holiday season.